Got a message from
I
Bonnie.
do remember having this sketch where like it showed pretty much nothing, and they just get ready to queue Alfie and invite to the game, if need be. But yeah, this is RIP hard tyres because they're not going to be able to be warmed up very quickly if we do start the race now, unless we're going to go for a restart.
I have a feeling there's going to be a restart.
I feel like it's kind of too long on the grid now.
Everyone's tires are on 50 degrees. If there's a start, it'll be funny as anything. Everyone's just going to be sliding.
Oh yes, hello spin. Yes. Odie James has said that it's Dorsey. No, it's not going to be Dorsey because Dorsey is the host.
Oh.
I knew that was going to happen.
I assume you've been kicked as well.
We've both been kicked. That's what happens on this game when you leave at the... same time. It is on... Yeah, I knew that was going to happen. That's what happens when someone leaves at the end of the formation lap on this game. All spectators get kicked from the session. If you can queue Alfie and invite as quickly as possible.
Well, I mean, I can't need an invite to the session as well. I wonder if they're actually racing. Oh wait, I can just join the game.
I'm trying to find him. I think you can just join the game. But Teddy has got the lead at the start, and Aaron in P2.
They actually started. Oh
Alfie in P3, Owen in P4. What's happened behind them? Morgan's lost a position. As Dorsey is now motoring up the field. As Dorsey moves his way up into P10. Over to P9, sorry. What about Rockamad behind? Oh, there's chaos as the Eagles got damage. Alfie's back in the session, but has dropped down to 6th, sadly. Made that 7th. The pole sitters dropped down so much.
Can't really actually race, but yeah, Teddy up.
I mean, to be honest, in my opinion, if as Morgan's gone into the pits, I assume he's got damage.
Yeah, he's having his wing changed.
Yeah, he's had a mare lap 1. Or someone who hasn't is Teddy. Teddy is in the lead. Like, if I'm being honest, like if you're waiting for that long, the tyres are going to be so cold that...
Oh, Alfie's just taken over in the middle of the S's, and he's now on P10.
Yeah, it's like...
Oh dear.
You know it's going to be just like, the tyres are going to be so cold, and your AI is going to lose so many positions, and a glitch like the commentators get booted out is going to happen, that I personally would just prioritise just the lobby getting on, maybe with a restart or something, but...
They're on the way.
It is what it is.
Yeah,
we move.
yeah.
We are back into the race. Alfie has lost out big time in P10, but I'm sure he'll be a fighting person. His AI's used quite a lot of the ERS, I think. But Fempest has had a very nice start in P8, has stayed out of the trouble. And at the moment, with Rockamad out of the points, is looking reasonably good.
My interval's all screwed, so...
At the moment, Owen would be the person keeping the championship fight alive at the moment, but still so many laps to play with. Please, timing sort themselves out. That'd be nice.
There you go.
Teddy crosses the line and sets, and is beginning to gap out Darren. Was Owen is right behind Darren. He's used quite a lot of his ERS though, as Owen.
Eagles
now in the pits as well.
Wing change as well.
As further back, Barlow's kind of starting to create a bit of a train. OD James is holding on quite nicely in a P5 position, so kudos to him. As Teddy has nearly broken the DRS of Darren. I think he's just about to. Note Darren has just snuck in the DRS. Teddy is still the race leader.
Alfie's going to go down the inside. Jamie Men's hit.
Yep, Alfie.
He's going to have the bit between his teeth.
Got to be patient. Got to be patient a bit here, I think. It's kind of damage limitation really after that start for Alfie. It's just Just quite unlucky, really, for Alfie. He's just got to get through, but he is going to be having a battle with the driver we thought he'd perhaps end up having a battle for the lead with, SLR Fempest. SLR Fempest, he's not... what he'll be pleased with, he's not actually getting held up at the moment. His mediums at the moment are still slower than the guys in front of him on softs, and that shows at the moment his strategy is working well, and he's not losing time. I'm just going to pause and unpause so that we can get the warnings and stuff up on the screen. Men's picked up a penalty. But look at this. Darren really close to the back of Teddy. It looks like a three-way fight for the lead here at the moment. Of course, with the guys in alternate strategy to get back into it later on, but what a fascinating prospect we have here for this race.
Don't think Barlow quite has the pace of the top three right now, but I mean, he's not good as Teddy picks up a penalty as well. That's quite early on in the race. I mean, mine was lap 3 as well. So.
I think I got one lap 3 as well, to be honest. I got one like 3 corners before you. I remember getting annoyed and I saw that you had a penalty like 2 corners later, but here we are. Teddy is weaving to break the slipstream, and I think Darren's going to have a go here. Teddy's used all of his ERS in the first few laps, and that is going to cost him here. But he's going to try and keep it up the inside. And Teddy takes the position. Darren, is he going to try maybe to go for the up and under here a bit here? No, he's not. He's going to sit behind. That's further down. Rockerman has made a move on Alan.
Alfie went down the inside.
That is pivotal for Rockerman's.
Dorsey as well.
Yeah. Dorsey could use Alfie here, I think, and use his DRS.
That'll be the smart thing to do.
Yeah. Because Alfie is clearly quick. If he can use Alfie to kind of pick his way through the cars ahead, then that could be very, very useful for him as well. But at the moment, Teddy still leads, followed by Darren, followed by Owen. Bit of a 3-person fight for the lead as Owen, I'm sure he's picked up a warning for that. Final corner. Went way off. But Darren is really pressuring Teddy.
Yeah, I think it should be an easy pass if he can stay close on the straight. He has so much more ERS. As Rockamag gets past JD Menz at turn 1. A little bit of a dive. Oh, and has a terrible exit, so JD Menz gets straight back past.
Oh, yep. Yeah, Rockamag just needs to be patient here. He's only about 3 seconds off Fempest, and they're both going to get traffic. As I'm pretty sure Rockamad absolutely butchered the S's there. I'm sure that was a fat corner cut, but
just dirty, yeah, I think. He's
going to probably, he's really suffering with that. But here we are, the battle for the lead here. Round 2, and it looks, and there we are, Teddy does his customary sawing his car to the inside. But he has to tuck in behind as Bunny has retired, he's crashed.
And there's a safety car.
There's a full safety car.
That is quite killer for the medium runners. Actually, no. Oh, this is interesting.
I think this is good for them. I think this is really good for them.
Yeah, this is very interesting.
The guys on the softs, I think, should pit here for a set of mediums and switch to a 2-stop. But that's just going to put them behind the medium runners. That's really tricky there, I think.
I honestly think if
personally
I was on
I'd be pitting.
I wouldn't pit. I would stay out and go on the mediums anyway, because you can stretch it now. You can stretch your softs in a little bit, but it's also a lot easier to pit. What are the top 3 going to do?
Oh,
they all pit.
Bollard as he comes in. Yeah, they are all going to pit.
Darren
Original stays out. Hey, OG James 96 is taking the lead.
Get in.
He is pit.
And everyone on the softs is pitting, except for
and this is really helping out Rockamad as he's gone right behind Fempest. And here, to be honest,
Alan on the hards is pit. Has he got damage? Or... I'll stay on board with him, see whether he has a wing change. Nope, Alan is going on to the mediums. Well, this has brought Igor, Morgan, and them back into the game. But yeah, this is perfect for the medium runners, actually.
This really shakes the field up.
Let's see what tyres they're all on. All on mediums.
Well, the question, does this help the medium runners or does it not?
I don't know, because obviously
because what this is obviously going to create, they're all now basically on a medium soft to the end of the race.
Well,
we know that for certain.
Yeah.
They're all on a medium soft to the end of the race. The guys starting on the mediums are going to have a fresh set of softs, the guy starting on the softs might have used all of theirs up. I know Teddy certainly did. And I think Owen did as well, actually.
I think because of track position, I think they're in a benefit as Drastic Blaze is just driving on the grass.
Yeah.
I think because of track position, they're in a better spot. But I don't think I don't think the mediums can make it. So, like you said, it's going to be a two. They're basically on the same strategy now. So we'll wait and see what happens.
Yeah. And also OG James 96
just leading a Grand Prix,
leading the race. Personally, I decided this absolutely well and truly plays it right into the hands of Fempest and Rockamad. I reckon they'll have fresh softs, obviously, because they didn't do Q3. They tried doing Q2 on the mediums. They went one lap on the softs in Q1, and gonna be right back into it. And I think those others are going to be facing a bit of traffic here, and they're going to struggle to get through. So I reckon that Fempest and Rockamad, as Hicklin comes into the pits, he did pit for a set of softs. He's changed his mind. He's going on to a set of mediums, I presume.
Yeah, I don't think he pit when the safety car came out. I think he went round one more lap, and now he's pitting. Now
I don't know why Morgan hasn't pit again, because he'd only lose a couple of places, and he'd definitely catch up to the rest of the pack.
He should have, but it's too late now. The safety car will most likely be in this lap. I say that, and they won't win it.
True. Personally, I reckon this is now a fight between Fempest and Rockamad for the rest of the race. OG James 96 is going to have better warm-up on his tyres, that must be said. And one of the things I think with tyre wear on the softs, it's less the wear itself and more the overheating, I found. Because you can, with older softs, if you cool them down, still set decent laps. So OG James might not necessarily be in a bad spot either here. I think he could potentially be a dark horse for a decent result. Taking a risk there, and I fully respect the risk. That is what we like to see. We like to see risks everywhere. Alfie went on to another set of softs, I've just noticed.
Yeah, I don't think the right play, but he'll be.
I don't think it's the right play at all.
I think he'll be quicker than the medium runner, so he'll have to make his moves.
Yeah, and this is maybe thinking that he has enough pace to be able to get ahead, and then when he pits for a set of mediums near the end of the race, he'll be able to stay ahead exactly.
Yeah. He might as well have just stayed out and gone for the mediums. But can you tell I don't like safety cars, because I literally said, if I was racing, I'd stay out. And there's only one person who stayed out on the soft, so yeah, I don't like safety
let's not
cars,
listen to you after France. Let's not listen to you after France.
Or any
in terms of safety cars.
Or any safety cars, because I think safety cars in this lap, is it? Because my game's not coming up with it, but yeah, obviously it is.
Yeah, as SLR Bunny has said, his fire alarm just came off, that's why he crashed. I think that the likes of Teddy will stop again, yes. These mediums won't be able to make it to the end, and it's a no-brainer to switch onto the softs. I personally think that the likes of Fempest and Rockamad are essentially ineffective P1 and P2, because they're going to get past Original when Original's tyres die. And, yeah. I think it's going to be a stretch to make it at Freeman, but it's going to be also slower than making another pit stop, I think. But
definitely.
Here we are back underway. Rockamad is putting Fempest under a decent bit of pressure here, but OG James 96 leads them away.
Teddy goes
further down.
SLR
Halo. Teddy is going down the inside of Halo.
Great move.
Halo gets knocked wide a bit, and that's going to maybe invite Owen to think about a move relatively soon. As I've just seen, Halo's had a little bit of a spin.
Spun.
Owen managed to avoid that nicely, but yeah, that's one bit of traffic out of the way. Those drivers as on board with the lead runner on the two-stop strategy, Darren. And he's looking really racy here. He's going to go all the way around the outside of Drastic Blaze. It's not going to work, and now Teddy is taking the position. Absolutely crucial bit that was. They're going to be going side by side here.
Further back, Alfie just made a bit of a lunge at Leah, and they both turned it. Oh god, that was very close, but I think he's got to move down as Leah comes back down.
As Teddy and Aaron are still going side by side. This could be for the lead if they get through the traffic quickly enough.
No.
Darren's retaking the position, but Teddy's going to swing up the inside of Drastic Blaze as well. What a move that is from Teddy. That is brilliant. That is absolutely brilliant from SLR Teddy.
I've completely missed that fight because I've been watching
Really
it.
he was really compromised by Darren, and so thought, sod it, I'm going to swing it up the inside of Drastic Blaze as well, as Darren's picked up a penalty. Drastic Blaze is not being Darren's friend. That is basically a carbon copy of my move on Rando from last season here for the race lead. Like, remember that one fondly, but cracking movers.
Oh, Darren.
Owen's kind of got himself boxed in a bit.
Oh, is Barlow's lost his end plate. Yeah, Barlow's lost his end plate. He went into the back of Owen.
Yeah, that is Barlow pretty much out of it then.
Sorry, when that whole fight was happening,
Worst possible time to get damaged just after a safety car.
Whilst that whole fight was happening, I was watching Alfie because he was making some very bold lunges at Leah. And he's much quicker than Barlow here. Oh, and Zach's Beats goes around the outside of Barlow.
Oh,
What a move.
What a move that is from Zach's Beast. That is terrific. Barlow obviously had damage, but that is a fantastic overtake. As Owen is trying to move on Drastic Blaze, as Barlow still keeps his nose in, and as further ahead, Teddy, Mr. Dive Bomb, is going to probably be making another bit of a lunge here on Leah. No, on Legend, sorry. He's done a little bit of a switchback. Oh, but Leah shuts the door on him. Teddy once more, though. He's keeping it around the outside here, and the next car ahead of him is Rockamad. So these new mediums are working really, really well. Rockamad and Fempest are going to be really up against it, I think. Teddy has got through the traffic fantastically well so far. New tyres are just worth so much here, really, aren't they?
Oh, they're going 2 wide further back, 3 wide further back. Oh, dear. Oh,
as Teddy makes the move.
They all made it through.
As Barlow has peeled off into the pits, but I thought Teddy had made the move, but he hasn't. And that's going to allow Darren to go and try and make a move. No, he's not. He thinks better of it.
Always further back. Leah's defending really hard against Alan into turn 1. Alan tries to switch
side
back.
by side here.
Oh, he taps the back of the Alpha in there.
Side of contact there.
Leah's like a cork in the bottle right now. He just doesn't have the pace, I guess. And
as for the lead, Fempest and Rockamad.
OG James is off.
OG James had an off, but Fempest and Rockamad are going side by side here. Fempest is in the lead. Rockamad is in P2. The 2 championship contenders are fighting on track.
And Teddy's going past Law Legend as well.
Yeah, Teddy's running around the outside. And this is now going to become a 3-way battle here for P1.
Teddy has no ERS there.
Rockamad is rinsing his ERS, as is Fempest. I think Rockamad's going to try a move here. Fempest goes defensive. Rockamad breaks very late.
Whoa!
Is he going to hold it? Yes, he is.
Wow.
What a great overtake that is from Rockamad.
Dorsey broke so early. It's got a back. Law Legend.
Oh, Dorsey's lost the back end slightly.
Oh, their medium's starting to wear. Oh, that's heartbreak for OG James. Does he have damage? No, he doesn't have damage, but he must have just...
Yeah, I think he made a mistake in the S's. Oh. He made a mistake in the S's. I then cut on board with Fempest and Rockamad, and they were going 3 wide. I thought for the life of me, like, Fempest was going to have damage or something like that from it. But as I've just seen he's got a penalty.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
and
wow.
Teddy right on him. But Darren's now making a move on LSW Legend. And it is very clean.
Alfie's in the pits.
Owen needs to be calm here.
Alfie's having a wing change.
Oh, Alfie's got caught up. That was probably that wacky 3 wide moment.
Leah's had a wing change as well. I think so is Eagle. Oh god.
Yeah. To me, I'm thinking here the smartest play as Owen has just made a lovely little move on Darren.
Now Zach's going to get...
not on Darren, on Legend.
Zach's going down the other side as well.
Zach's getting involved in it as well. This helps out Owen because they won't be able to fight. They would have lost time, but Zach might be trying a move on Owen here. Everyone, this feels like it's the last lap of the World Championship, and everyone is just full sending it with absolutely nothing to lose. This is great stuff. But Owen had made the move.
Wonder what lap there. Dorsey and Rockamad are going to pit. Obviously, 2 laps under the safety car. They can probably stretch their stint a little bit now.
Personally, I'd say lap 16 would probably be the ideal lap for them to pit. That's when I'd be thinking about pitting myself. I think.
I feel like
but looking at this,
right
really,
now
like
Teddy and Darren.
Rockamad's penalties are going to be really, really big.
I know he has 2 warnings because I checked. So
I don't know how Owen is on warnings. I know he's got at least one because
he
actually butchered the final corner when we saw it, definitely. But does he have many more than that? I'm going to go on board with him because it's quite important for him to get in the DRS here. He is the only driver in the top 5 without, other than Rockamad, who does not have a penalty. But I am surprised here that Teddy is not pushing up to Fempest more than he is, because he's on about 6 lap fresher tyres than the Mercedes driver, and you'd have surely thought that those fresher tyres will stand him in good stead. As look at Rockamad's ERS here, despite leading, he's managing this race very well at the moment.
I think Teddy's going to struggle because of his ERS situation. I think he needs to just save.
But speaking of that ERS, Fempest has got a bit of himself, and he's trying it around the outside of Rockamad.
That overspeed was
the gap was there on the inside, and he tries. But Rockamad is still holding it in on the inside. This is great fighting. I know these two have a lot of respect for each other. They're giving each other plenty of room.
Is
Fempest going to try the up and under? No, he's going to wait until another day. This fighting just puts Teddy that ever bit closer. As Alan and Legend are battling in the background, as Legend has made kept the position on Alan.
Yeah, Alan went for a bit of an optimistic move.
This is a great race. This is
Rockamad still has 64% ERS.
Yeah, Rockamad's managing this race really, really well, it must be said. But I think this race is just simply going to be decided on when these guys pit, because it's going to stay a train, because the 2 guys in front of the older tyres, and
yeah, I
strongly believe anyone down to Zach's Beast can win this race. Alan, if he can make the move stick, but I believe anyone down to Zach's Beast can win this race. The way it is at the moment.
Ooh, Dorsey and
Fempest, he's looking
so
behind him more than... He's looking more behind him than ahead. It helps Dorsey and Rockamad for them to stay in each other's DRS. Rockamad, if I'm Rockamad here, I do not want to lose the DRS of Fempest. But Fempest is going to have another go at him.
I think Rockamad's just going to let him go.
He's going down the inside this time. Rockamad going to fight it.
Rockamad didn't use any ERS then.
Yeah, he's just managing his race. Quite a risky strategy given how quick Teddy's going to be on his fresher tyres behind, but...
This whole train's in that. Now Owen's caught up to this as well. And he's my 10 starts, but he's in a great spot.
Yeah, Zach's Beast looked like he was maybe going to at some point catch up, but he's not quite yet.
I think because he doesn't have DRS, they're pulling away from him straight. I think if I was Zach's Beast, I'd use my ERS to catch up.
How much ERS does he have,
He's got 75%.
Oh yeah, I'd absolutely rinse it to get back. Yeah. But here we are. Is Rockamad going to maybe try and move into turn 1 here? He's not. He's managing his race. He got a lot of ERS.
Yeah, I think this is
a very long race.
Rockamad and Dorsey are I think they should really be working together for this. And I think they are a little bit, even though they had a little fight.
Yeah, I think they are.
Oh, Teddy! Whoa!
But it's such a fantastic sight as Teddy is thinking about a move on Rockamad. I was having a look, just like the sight of these 5 just in the train with each other, just through the S's is mega. I think Teddy is racy. Teddy knows that he could potentially pull a gap if he can get the moves done.
Rockamad clearly doesn't like the dirty air because he lost so much time to Dorsey there, but Darren's the one going to be pressuring Teddy here. Darren's going to try and...
Oh, hang on. Darren is going to come up the inside of Teddy.
Oh,
it's Rockamad!
Oh, no.
Rockamad!
Oh, God. Darren's going to get past Rockamad.
Yeah, Darren gets past Rockamad and, well... Fempest does not have any damage, and I'm not sure whether Rockamad does. I don't think either of them do somehow.
It was a wheel
But
bang.
Rockamad, I think he's just missed his braking point there, and
Yeah, I think
that's what's caused that collision. But
yeah. Oh, is the
I
other
think they're good with damage though.
J. Menz is off. He's spun and he's lost his
Oh, as Teddy has
plates.
hit the back of Rockamad and Teddy has lost his wing and half spun. Teddy is now pretty much out of the running for this race.
As his teammate gets past him as well.
Everything is happening here. Everything is happening.
Darren is in the perfect spot.
Zach's Beast is nearly back in the DRS, and Zach's Beast is nearly in this race.
I think Darren's
Alan's going to be back in this race as well. Alan's going to be right there.
Darren's in a perfect spot. He's got so much ERS. This should be easy for him.
Yeah, Fempest is really, really low on it, but this just bit of chaos was just all caused by Rockamad with the most audacious dive bomb I've ever seen.
I think he got caught out by Dorsey breaking so early, and then because if you break early, you get a better run. But I think Rockamad's been breaking way later. But easy
but now
move to the
Darren's
lead.
trying it up the inside, and that's an easy move on Fempest from Darren. Further back, Owen and Zach do have DRS, so
we're getting to the point where
it's crunch time in this race.
Yeah.
I'm going to check the gap to leader, and at the moment, if they come out, ooh, hello, Alfie could jump them, despite his wing change.
I don't know, because of the soft tyres, they might jump them, but it's quite easy.
He's going to jump them,
track.
but he's going to jump them. His tyres are going to be dead, but
yeah.
I think Alfie at some point is going to be leading this race.
I think Darren's already out 1 second, but Dorsey still has DRS as Teddy's pitted, obviously. I've just seen Bunny say Darren's tyres will be dead for the last 6 laps. I mean, if I was Darren, I would pit again, and I would pit a couple laps, maybe a lap after Dorsey does, or maybe even a lap before, because there's no point these drivers going to the
Teddy's
end.
gone onto hards. I've just seen he could go onto the softs, but he goes onto the hards.
He doesn't have another set of medium. Oh yeah, true. Going on to the softs.
But now if I'm Fempest, I pit this lap. I pit this lap 100%.
I think his tyres are gone. Rockamad's using some of his
tyres are gone, and I think I'm Fempest. I box this lap. I try and get that undercut. If I'm Owen, if I'm Zach, I pit this lap, because sure, your tyres are going to be dead at the end of the race, but you're in a train getting that track position. Darren at the moment is walking away from this, and I don't think Fempest is going to be fighting this. Oh, maybe he does.
No, he concedes the position. Smart thing to do.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just waiting for one of these guys to kind of pull the trigger a bit here. Lap 16 is just about the earliest lap you can get away with the box.
I think
if you're Fempest, you roll the dice here, and I think you box. We'll see what the guys ahead do. Darren is staying out. Rockamad is coming in, as is Fempest. Here we are. This is what I was talking about. These two. They are going for that undercut. They are going for that track position, and I think they could get it here. It's just about whether they get clean air or not.
My screen Dorsey got held for a second, which was weird. Is Alfie going to get ahead of him? Alfie's using a lot of ERS. Rockamad's on the inside.
Rockamad has got ahead of Alfie.
Oh, that was close.
And Fempest has got out behind.
That was really close.
I did say that Alfie was right in this race. But yes, Rockamad, that is absolutely pivotal to his race. He is most definitely going to be getting a super undercut on the guys ahead. What I think's key here with their strategy, Darren Owen of Zach, Alan, I believe, Darren Owen, Zach, I believe are going to have not fresh tyres. I believe they're going to be onto a set of scrub tyres, and Rockamad with his fresh set of boots is going to be exactly the same life tyres as Darren and Owen. So even though he's going for that lap undercut, there's a lap longer on them in the race.
Oh no, Dorsey's got damage. Oh no, Dorsey went. Oh no. Oh, he had the run on Alfie so easy, and Alfie just kept his car on the outside and didn't really move, and Dorsey's just driven into the back of him. I'll record it, but
Oh, did he try the same
no.
thing that he tried with
He no Alfie
Rockman?
was just staying on like towards the right of the road, and yeah, he tried the same thing, like going to the outside, but he didn't go far enough, and he's lost his left end plate.
Darren's gone onto a set of mediums. I've just seen. That's odd. As Morgan's now coming to the pits, he's not that far behind these guys actually.
Does
Rockman,
stay ahead?
look at that undercut he has. Look at that undercut Rockman has. That's what I was talking about.
Oh, switch back. The side by
Alfie's just going
side.
to let Owen go.
Side by side, Darren and out.
Who's
Rockman.
that?
Oh, Darren backs out.
Oh, Rockman takes the position. Darren needed to keep that really. This Rockman soft could die potentially. As now they are approaching SLR Hicklin. Hicklin could be a thorn on their sides. And here's a thought. Zach and Alan. Oh, as Rockman makes contact with Hicklin, but...
Zach and Alan.
Zach and... Could they try and go to the end here?
Oh, it's not the smart thing to do. But, you know what?
YOLO.
Why not?
YOLO.
Yeah.
Like,
why not?
Absolutely nothing to lose. Do it for the content, guys. Do it for the content. Yeah, now Rockman, he's got a 3-second lead on here in soft runner,
Alan's
and
pitted.
suddenly he looks good. Alan does pit.
Zach's
What about Zach?
Stayed out.
For the culture, Zach. I remember Zach does this. This is the kind of thing that I thought Zach might do. He loves a good taking the tyres a ridiculous amount of laps, so like more than anyone else would possibly dream of taking the tyres just for the fun of it. And we'll have a look at his pens, and he's got 3 seconds at the moment. Oh, Darren's got 9. That's interesting.
Owen's got past Darren as well.
Yes, he has, and that's those medium tyres for Darren. He might be good near the end of the race, but at the moment he is slow as a slow thing. Yeah. But I think Zach's going to the end here. He's going to be so much slower than the guys behind, but I think he will be going to the end here.
It'll be interesting.
Fenpest is staying out and kind of goes to the end. I do get the feeling though that his championship scopes are going to have to wait for another day. I personally prefer showing the pens myself because sure they sometimes not lose some of the intrigue, sometimes they gain intrigue. We know Zach has a pen, so why not just see how well these other guys are doing in terms of them.
It's going to be between Owen and Rockman to see who gets a pen. Maybe if Darren can stay in the DRS of Owen, he'll be great at the end, but obviously the pens are a bit of a...
I get the feeling that Zach is going to be a rather bit of a sitting duck here. Rockman's closing on him by maybe about 1.5 to 2 seconds a lap at least. And Zach's going to have absolutely burnt out tyres at the end of the race. It might be good for him to secure a decent points finish, but...
Leah's retired in the pits.
It might be good for him to secure a decent points finish, but... I'm doubtful.
Not surprising, really. My pen.
I'm going to get up the interval.
Always Dorsey's just gone down the inside of Hicklin, who is soldering on the medium tyres.
Yeah, Dorsey, of course, was right with Rockman. You get the sense he would be in this podium battle. It's just a shame that he got his damage, really.
Mm-hmm.
But Darren here, interestingly, is staying in the DRS of Owen.
He's got more DRS as well, so I can get him. They're both catching Rockman a few tenths, maybe a tenth or two a lap. As Morgan's just gone round the outside of Hickman, so SLR Morgan's up to P8 on fresh tyres, so good recovery from him considering he had damage on lap 1.
Yeah, he's now closing up to Fempest quite a bit. As Alfie is disconnected again.
Yeah, I'm fine. He is invited as Alan sets the fastest lap of the race. Oh, Darren's had a really sloppy couple of corners.
Various things like that and penalties aren't showing up on my screen.
Yeah,
so
same.
Very odd.
Now Alfie's disconnected.
At the moment,
cars,
I think Rockamad is due to catch up to Zach really in about 3 or 4 laps time. It's a good gamble from Zach.
Yeah, I love the strat. fair play to him. I don't think it's going to.
I do think it's going to cost him a position to Alan. Fempest has made the move on Alfie's AI.
Those, I think Morgan's
Should be
about to get him
relatively easy
too.
move for Morgan as well. Yep.
Oh, is Alfie back in? No, Alfie's not in yet. At least Morgan made it realistic and didn't just drive through.
Morgan was about to, but then Alfie's car got out of the way. So, but here's another driver that could potentially be factored into the race near the end of the race. Alan. He obviously would have had a fresh set of softs, and he pitted 2 laps later than Rockamad, 1 lap later than Owen. He wasn't concerned about the undercut. What he was concerned about is getting fresh tyres for the end of the race. His tyres are going to be a few tenths quicker than the cars ahead of him, I think, for the next part of this race. I think Alan's well and truly back in this. As Morgan's maybe having a move on Fempest. He's trying up the inside of turn 1. And Fempest is completely defenceless. As Alfie's AI has pit for softs.
Oh, God.
That is...
silly game.
Can't catch a break at the moment, can Alfie? He's shown good pace, but just making so many... Just having so many issues, and
Get better Wi-Fi.
a lot of them not his fault.
So yeah, Alan's pushing hard. He's using a lot of VRS here, but I think Darren's about to use his. Darren's got the fuel light, so whether that comes into play later on in the race will be interesting. But yeah, Rockamad only 4 seconds behind Zach now, wasn't he?
Zach might have had a bit of a blunder here by staying out, but he's still leading, so
2 Red Bulls are
legend
fighting.
makes the move and hit.
There's a big dive
Multi-21, guys, multi-21.
The big dive from as a Alan, nope, not trying around the outside. I love the strat from Zach, and where's he pits now? Never mind.
Oh, he's realised that his mediums can't make the end of the race.
Never mind.
And that allows
he'll be
Rockamad and
flying
Owen
now.
into 1 and 2.
He'll be flying now.
He's going to be so quick. But has he lost too much track position? That is the question.
He's going to come out just behind Fempest. Is he going to get out ahead of Blaze? Yeah, he's ahead of Blaze. Oh, is he?
Is he?
Yeah, he is.
Yes.
So,
yes, he is.
He will be flying. He should catch up to Dawes.
Blaze has 3-lap-old tyres, in fairness. Like,
Mm.
quite young tyres in Blaze, so not going to be a pushover.
I think we're going to start to get to a point where Rockamad's tyres might start. I know they were fresh, but they might start to struggle a little bit, and maybe.
I think they'll be the same. As I said, I think they'll be the same life as Owens are, but Alan for me is the one. Alan for me is the one.
Always got
who's
yellow
going
flags.
to be the big mover.
No reason. But this game.
As Alan here is kind of just getting on with his race. He's not trying any reckless moves at the moment. He's just doing his thing.
I think Rockamad is taking quite easy because I know he's got 2 warnings, and I know also that Owen's probably going to be taking quite easy too. So it's going to be a great last.
Well, the 2 of them don't have
5
pens,
laps.
of course,
Yeah.
so
It's going to be a great last 5
they'll
laps,
easily
really.
be able to keep it from Darren and Alan. Lap after lap, Darren's tyres are going to be better and better. At some point, he might, I think, mount a late assault, but... Oh, as Alfie's disconnected again.
I don't think I'm going to invite him back because he's just disconnecting. What, three times now?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to invite him back. Ooh, Darren very close on the back of Owen here. Maybe Owen's tyres starting to go.
Kind of just... Alan's quite close to them both.
Is Alan going to get...
potentially be a little bit of 3 wide here. Alan's driving around the outside of Owen. It's basically got all four wheels off track. But they both make the move on the McLaren driver.
Alan's gone very deep though.
Alan's just let him through. Fair enough, he probably had an illegal overtake, to be honest, from that. As Zach's Beast has made a move on Dorsey here. Zach is going to be on a big charge at the end of the race. Might be ruining not pitting earlier, but he could still get the position over Morgan, I think. It's going to be a lot quicker than Morgan at the moment on his fresher tyres.
Can Darren catch Rockamad? Obviously he has pens, but can he get close and maybe make Rockamad make a mistake?
Can Alan make the move on Owen as well?
He's going to try and go down the inside.
It's quite easy.
Owen tries
Owen does try the up and under, but he just doesn't have the grip in his tyres. And Alan takes the position. Gonna get up fastest lap. See, that's the fastest lap. Alfie's glitched AI does, but otherwise, otherwise it would be Alan, I think, who would get the fastest lap point, I believe. If you ignore Alfie's AI.
Yeah. I think it's quite key for Alan to get past Darren very quickly if he wants to. I don't think he can win the race, but if he can pass Rockamad, he's going to do it. Owen let Alan through.
Yeah, and of course both of these are going to want to create a gap to Owen as well.
Yeah, but I've just seen B say Owen let Alan through playing the pen game. Very smart of him, really. No point fighting them when they have lots of pens. But I'm sure they're going to fight quite hard ahead.
Indeed. Well, this could mean is that he could go slightly out of range of Rockamad. Because if Rockamad picks up a pen, then Owen's about 3.5 seconds back from him, and it's just too much to... Oh, as Alan's trying absolutely everything to put Darren off here. Both got some amount of ERS. Is Alan maybe going to try and move here into turn 1? He's looking very, very racy at the moment. As if I'm Rockamad here, I think I stopped being cautious, personally. You're saying Rockamad's probably quite cautious because he's got 2 warnings, but if he's cautious but then picks up a warning anyway, then he's just potentially allowing Owen to be within his penalty range if he makes a mistake. So you send it, take the pen, and then...
Go from there.
And go from there. Although Darren, I believe, is going to maybe pull Owen along to within that 3 seconds.
Yeah.
This race isn't Owen. This race isn't over, sorry.
This race isn't Owen.
Yep, nice.
As Law Legends lost it in this, he might be disqualified here.
And now Darren's trying to move on the inside of Alan's trying to move on Darren. Why is that so confusing? Darren retakes the position.
Zach
allowed Rockamad to gain a couple of tenths of them.
Zach's up to P5.
Yeah, it's a relatively easy move. Great recovery from Zach after he decided to obviously
stay out a bit longer.
Make that pit stop. As I'm going to look at the gap to the leader here, because currently it's 3.3 between Owen and Rockamad. Rockamad gets a pen. Go on, Rockamad, get a pen. Make this race fun.
Well, Darren is catching him quite quickly here. There's two laps to go, but
Rockamad's tyres are very much second-hand, I'm sure, at the moment. But look at Owen struggling as well.
Yeah.
His tyres clearly
the tyres are going.
That's why you're going to lose DRS here.
I've just seen Alfie's fastest lap of 6.9 seconds. Wow.
Yeah, as I said, it was a pretty glitched one, as Teddy's retired in the pits.
Oh.
But is Darren's medium strategy like the actual masterclass here? Because he came out kind of level with Rockamad, but could he maybe get a move on him? If Darren and Rockamad fight, Rockamad gets a penalty, then...
That is Owen's hope.
Oh, I just want something to happen
really
here. At the moment, it does look...
Owen's really dropping
At the moment, it does look like Rockamad is going to take the win, but... Saquon retires in the pits as well. As we're about to enter the last lap of the race. Rockamad is leading, but his tyres are very much second-hand. 34.8, 5/10 slower than what Darren managed. And every single lap it's going to be getting worse and worse for him. But he's managed this race superbly, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's very good. After Dawsey got damaged, he was quite a stellar driver, really. He kept out of trouble. I mean, he won dive bomb, but you know, that's Rockamad-esque. So now all he has to do is bring it home.
Look how slowly he's going here. Look how slowly he's going through those corners. He does not want to risk himself a penalty. This is very, very well managed, it must be said.
Well, even if he does get a penalty, Owen's a bit too far back now. He doesn't have DRS, so
and now he's using his last little bit of DRS.
I think Alan's got 0% ERS. Wow.
We are nearing the closes of this race, and yes, can we please have our driver of the day? I'll get up the position changes. Rockamad up 12, obviously. Alan was up 9. Owen stayed where he is, but he might gain on penalties. But Rockamad, there is no doubt that he is the winner, keeping the championship alive another day. Fantastic drive there from Rockamad. Owen takes P2, Darren P3, Alan P4. How many penalties did he have? A lot, apparently.
We got 12 seconds.
Zacchaeus Beast comes home P5, just 4 seconds off the podium. Morgan's also had a lot of penalties here, as he's dropping down madly. Drastic Blaze up, to 6th for Drastic Blaze. Tempest 7th. It is not going to be the title today for him, but what could have been after that damage.
Oh, OG James is reversing over the line.
OG James is reversing over the line. Fantastic. Takes P12 after at some point leading the race. Alfie comes home P13. It's one to forget, I think, for Alfie. J. Menz is going to come home 14th, and LSW Legend will come home in last place.
Lee Legend is going for the fastest lap, bragging. I think so is J. Menz. It needs to be a 1:33.2 or faster. J. Menz fun. No one's going to beat Alfie's 6-second fastest lap.
I think that's the fastest lap for Legend, though. That is actually legitimate.
But there you have it. Oh, even the game knows.
Yes, that is the race. Rockoman 73, 13th to 1st, the alternate strategy working very well for him. Pretty much chose the perfect lap to pit and then controlled it from there. Owen Howe, 436, with a very strong result in P2, with Darren coming home for a podium. Alan unfortunately picked up quite a few penalties, which did cost him his podium, which could cost him a potential podium, but still a very strong drive from Alan from P12 to P4. Zacchaeus Beast 25, relatively quiet, it looks like, from the position changes, but we know his race was far from quiet in P5. Drastic blaze in P6 in the Williams. Comes from P16 to P6, up 10 places. Good drive from him. SLR Fempest, of course, the current championship leader. It's one to forget, really, from him after that damage he sustained with contact with Alfie. SLR Morgan P8, pretty much going from pretty much being last for the first 10 laps, but managing to recover very, very strongly to score points. SLR Barlow P9, after damage was sustained kind of right after the first safety car. So one to forget from him, as he was running in the top 4 places at the beginning of the race. And finally, rounding off the points positions was SSR Halo, P15 to P10, the only driver other than one of 4 drivers in the top 10, I should say, to do a one-stop strategy, and stays out of trouble to score points. To score a single point, I should say. Can we all tick our boxes in the party? And how do you want to do the interviews?
You know what? You do 30
I think you should.
and I will do
I think you should. I think you should also do Silly Bunny as well.
Incredible race the driver.
You take us away with Darren, and then
Yes,
I'll do.
yes, I will. Yes, Darren. So looks like your mic's working this week, but P3 for yourself did perhaps look like it could potentially be more, but you're happy with the podium.
Yeah, considering kind of happy with podium. The safety car probably did help in the end. Like, just thought on that final stint, just to go on mediums, because like on a pad, like for me at least, the medium is quicker over like with 7-8 laps. Was kind of near if I could keep Alan behind. He wouldn't break further enough apart. I probably felt it was quicker than Alan though for most of the race. It's just kept out of trouble other than the penalties for the S section.
Yes. Decent drive for yourself. That is, I believe, your second podium in SLR, so congratulations on that. Now on to Owen in the McLaren. Well, by others, by just generally this race's standards, perhaps a bit more of a more quiet, subdued one, but you played the penalty game, as Beast said in the chat, and grabbed yourself a P2. You happy with a P2? Do you reckon you could have perhaps got the win? And kind of talk us through your race.
Yeah, it was good. Well done to the other boys on the podium, of course, and Rockman for the win. I mean, that was a sweat fest enough. That. Yeah, no, it was. I'm happy with that. I mean, the safety car changed it a little bit. It threw the strategy out the window. I was just wanted to do the one stop, but we move. Yeah, my main goal from the start anyway was just to get as little penalties as possible, and then I got 2 really early on, so I was just trying to bring it home. I think it was just as the safety car came out, like when it was brought out, I had to like go off to the side to avoid Teddy, because I think he was trying to make a move on Darren, actually I think it was, when it came out, and I had to slam on the brakes, and then I had to go off the track, so I got a warning for that, and I was just kind of playing it safe but also trying to get a decent speed. So through the S's I was very cautious, especially towards the end as well when the tyres were pretty much dead. But yeah, overall very happy with that, considering some of the pace that the guys have are mental.
Yes, very good drive for yourself. And technically, you are still in the championship fight, seeing your your permutations you sent me. Just about. But yes, great drive for yourself for another podium. Now on to our race leader, Rockamad. Well, I'll take you over to check.
Yeah, thank you.
I'll take you over to check. Yes.
Thank you very much.
Oh, for fuck's sake. I mean, sorry.
Is that... Whoa! Oh. Yeah,
that's a
so I guess
5-second
there's not
pen
much
right
to
there.
say, Rockamad, is there? Just well done on the win.
Yeah, fair enough. I'll see it soon.
No, take us through your race. You know, starting P13. I know Silly Bunny was pushing you to go for the mediums. So, you happy with that? Yeah, I know I saw one dive bomb at Dorsey, but apart from that, it looked like quite a
A
clean
well
race for
executed
yourself.
move. About it. He's alright with it. Yeah, no. I tried the mediums, didn't work. tried it again, didn't work. Got a 13th, and just got a bit lucky, really, I guess. I made some good moves, or good timed moves, to get past Dorsey before I pitted. Come out ahead of...
your skill.
Fair enough.
Go away, buddy.
Then came out ahead of Alfie, I think it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we battled just before the S's, and yeah, and then from that it was unlucky, and then Zach pitted at the end. And stupidly, I wasn't really focusing on much because I had 2 warnings, and then I realised that everyone else behind me had quite a lot of pens, so I kind of backed off a bit.
Your voice is just so soothing.
Oh,
Just fall asleep to it. But yeah, well done on the win, mate.
thank
Well
you.
done. Congrats. I'll give you a kiss.
And of course, it
I'll give
does
you a kiss later.
technically keep your championship alive as well.
Yeah, well, Dorsey sucks, so...
Whoa.
Oh, whoa. Yeah, well, no, he's going to win it. I've got to miss at least one more race before the end of the season, so unless he can't score 3 points between now and then fair enough.
It could happen. You never know.
It could happen. I've spoken. Yeah.
Yeah. Great drive from yourself to get the victory.
Shout out to Bunny as well.
That's-
James Vowles, the engineer, sitting beside me in my ear.
Or engineering a non-Mercedes driver whilst a Mercedes driver was fighting him for the championship.
Controversial.
Controversy.
Get out, Bunny.
I don't know what you mean.
See, he's truly a Renault
But
fan.
anyway,
He never left last year.
as we got the Renault car on screen, it's an absolutely beautiful machine, that must be said. No wonder you're a Renault fan. But yes, that is all we've got time for. And interestingly, yeah, that is 2 out of 2 Renault victories for this weekend. There's something. Could it be 4 out of 4 maybe this weekend? We'll find out later in Div 3. We'll find out in Division Elite tomorrow. But yes, thank you all for watching. The championship lives on. This now kind of hands the baton to Ham Jam tomorrow to potentially be the first champion of SLR this season. Thank you all for watching. Good night. And yeah, good night. Yeah, good night.
Yeah.
Good night. Yeah,
Good night.